both actually met here in the building when you were hosting SNL. Was that the first time?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a crazy thing. I think the craziest thing I've ever been a part of with SNL, I've done it a couple times, but watching all the skits during the day, because even the musical talent is there all day long and you're watching, the ones that get cut are sometimes the best ones.
Yeah.
That's
tough. Frustrating.
Well, yeah, a lot of factors. A lot of factors go into it.
Did you ever have a skit that was cut?
No, I never had any cut.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Some people, he's just that good.
No,
he's just that good.
No, wait. So there's a
But
documentary.
when you do it, like, it takes about 5 years to do that show, and then you're like, did it get cut? Yes. I can get in my regular clothes sooner.
No, but wait, there's a docuseries on Peacock. It's about the 50th anniversary of SNL, and one episode is actually dedicated entirely to cowbell,
I know,
which
crazy.
I heard was shelved for a minute.
Yeah, I'd written it earlier in the year, and it didn't get picked, and I just held on to it, and I thought, this could work with a different host. And then Christopher Walken was the host. I thought, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll rewrite it for him.
Oh, that's actually interesting. So it was like for the right, that's like when the song hits the right artist in my world, because it doesn't always hit right off the bat.
And
but then,
he made it sing. And I switched shirts during Dress and Air to a more tighter, form-fitting.
Yes. Accentuate your body.
Accentuate
your physicality.
My abs.
Yeah. I love you so
my
much.
lack of
my
lack of abs.
Whatever. Where did the idea of the sketch come from? Like, it's a random.
It's a random thing.
Like,
I love that song, "Don't Fear the Reaper" by Blue Oyster Cult, and
I will do it as a karaoke.
If you listen to the song, there's this cowbell, and I always thought, like, what's that guy's life like? The guy playing the cowbell, and like, is this the only time he gets to do it? Has he always been trying to get in on the song?
It's like, wait, guys.
Hey, relax. And like, finally I get to play the cowbell.
Yeah.
And I was just like, that could be a weird sketch of how he's fighting for time with the band, and they, you know, the guys don't like it, but then the producer's like, I need more cowbell, actually.
Yeah, because that's the magic. That's
but it was
the
a
vibe.
weird, it was a weird thing to pitch. Like,
Yeah, it's hard. It's
But
hard to
man,
do.
did it
Lauren was
work.
like, did this really happen?
Yeah.
And like, I don't know.
I always think it's funny, the background vocals are like certain things that people say in songs. I'm like, someone had to be in a studio and make that okay and not be embarrassed of that moment.
Exactly.
Like the heavy breathing.
Instruments like washboards and like little xylophones and stuff.
Yeah.
See, but that's super fun. Cowbell's real random for me. I've never, it's like the childhood, you know, when you're in like the triangle, like when you're like in the, you know, the band in like 3rd grade.
It's a borderline annoying instrument. Is it even an instrument?
It is. It makes sound.
Okay.
So technically, I mean.
Would you go to a concert of just cowbell?
I would go to your concert of just cowbell. Make that happen for us.
Done.
Okay, so wait, the
Radio
morning.
City Music Hall.
It's Here We Come.
Hour and a half, me on a cowbell.
Sold out.
I gathered.
I have not been here since you moved to New York.
I know, we were in LA.
Congratulations.
I love it
Best
here.
city in the world.
It really is.
It really is.
I love living here.
Yeah, me too.
My life is exponentially better.
Yeah.
Vast improvement.
Yeah, it's awesome that you're here.
Yeah, welcome back to 30 Rock.
I know, a lot of feelings when I walk in the building.
I think she had some too, about you being in this building. You were here though, Conan shot
this
here.
This used to be Conan O'Brien's old studio, and this is when I first started out in like 1996 when I moved to New York.
Yeah.
I would make money doing bits on his show.
Yeah.
And he had this thing called the staring contest.
Yeah.
Oh, and that was, I played
full-on sexy headgear.
Conan's little sister, Stacy, yeah, and she had headgear, and I know, and this is wild because this is different. You flip the audience.
Yeah.
You wouldn't. It doesn't matter. But
no, it does matter. I'm
This
glad
is
that you
better.
said that. It does matter. Joe, our director, actually thought of that because I like a lot of people like the energy, and we like to get people in. So he actually switched it, to where it's horizontal instead of.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah,
you really made it your own. It's gorgeous.
We're very excited.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, it's been a great season, Amy.
Yes.
Well, Kristen Wiig had a tradition with a candle she told us about when she was in SNL. She had this thing she always kind of did. Did you have anything at SNL?
Yeah, she had she lit a candle or something. I think, you know what I used to do when Don Pardo would say my name, you know, when he would introduce everybody. I used to just take a moment when I heard my name and I would just kind of like just kind of close my eyes for about a split second, because that's about all the time you have at SNL, and just to take a moment. So I used to do that. Molly Shannon used to do that, and she told me about it, so then I did it. And Molly and I had, at SNL it's kind of fun because you have the offices that other people had that came before you.
Yeah.
And I had Molly's old office, and it was kind of like everyone would just kind of leave their name, like summer camp, almost. You'd write your name on the wall and stuff, so it was really cool.
I love that.
Yeah,
I
it
would
was
leave
fun.
secret things hidden for them to find.
Yeah.
That's who I am. You worked here at 30 Rock for, what, 7, 8 years? You were
7
here?
years.
7 years?
I was on the show.
What were like your favorite places? Because I found out about the basement and I was like, my mind was blown.
No. My favorite place is when I was on Saturday Night Live was those stairs you come down when you host.
Yeah, of course.
Richard Pryor came down those stairs. Eddie Murphy came down those stairs. Martin Lawrence came down. Everybody.
Yeah.
Gene Martin, everybody came down those stairs. And
It's like an honor to get to do it.
Yeah, I came down twice. I hosted twice. I hosted one time when I was on 30 Rock, then I hosted another time after my accident. I hosted it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an honor. I hear that you had Lauren's office was actually just like one of your favorite places too, right?
Lauren Michaels, that's where you go when you first get the job. He has to have a skull session with you to know who he's gonna be working with.
Yeah.
You don't want to be working with anybody who's gonna snap or go crazy. You want someone that's pretty much settled.
Or maybe you do. That's fun TV too.
Yeah. Our bond was off for children. I had my first son when I was 17.
Woo.
I was 17 when I had my first son. I mean, we couldn't afford a puppy, and Coney Island was fresh out of goldfish.
Oh my God, fresh out of goldfish.
So I gotta have love. You know, I gotta get some love.
Wait,
so
what
I have
about
my son.
What about the Rainbow Room? Do you have any memories from there?
I saw, God bless his dead, I saw my boy DMX performing there.
Yeah.
Live.
Oh, that's cool.
And he was incredible on stage.
Yeah, it's a cool room.
I love the Rainbow Room.
Yeah.
We did a photo shoot up there for 30 Rock, too.
Yeah.
And I got to hang out with my cast.
Cool. So you've both created hilarious characters. Kristen, you base them sometimes on real people, right?
Sometimes.
It's easy. You run into people, you know people, and you're like, I have to include that.
Well, I think when you're on the show, too, you just are constantly trying to find new things because you have a show every week and you're like, I'm out of ideas.
Yeah.
And so you'll overhear someone or you'll see someone and think, oh, maybe that times 10 could be funny.
Okay, that's amazing. So have you ever done a character that, there's so many characters that you've done, Carol, so like any that you just were like, I did not want to do again?
Yeah, I did one. Did anybody remember the comic strip Mary Worth? Yeah. Okay, not too many people. Anyway, she was this elderly lady who was always doing good and going into strange people's homes and helping them out and being wonderful. Well, we thought I would do one called Mary Worthless. But she would be just the opposite. She would go into people's homes where they might be happy, and she'd wind up destroying them. And then I was supposed to say at the end of this sketch, don't be surprised if someday I show up at your home. Well, we did the sketch, and it bombed. It bombed. The audience looked like an oil painting. And so at the end, and when we're on the air, and I said, don't be surprised if I don't show up in your home again, because I am never doing this character again.
Which probably got a laugh.
We went on the air with that.
Oh my God. But sometimes it's fun when things don't go the way that you think you're gonna go, because you're with your scene and you can tell the audience is not gonna laugh, they don't get it, but you're still in the scene and you just start laughing with
So that has had to have happened to you on SNL?
Many times. Yes, especially at dress rehearsal. I mean, sometimes you don't see that if it doesn't work, but oh yeah, there's sketches when you go in thinking, this was great at the table read, rehearsals were great, and then you get out there and you say the thing and it's just like silent. And you're like, oh my God, we have 3 more minutes of this, and then everyone's laughing, and it's fun, but it's,
Well, and then sometimes you don't think it's gonna work, and you're surprised when it does.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know, you never know. That's even with music and songs. I think that's that way too. And you're like, this is gonna be incredible. Nope. Yeah. And then the one you're like, this is dumb. Why am I doing this? It's like a #1.
Yes.
I love working in this building. It's so fun. It's just a fun, and I feel like Mary Tyler Moore. Like, I don't know, it's just a cool building to work in. How often do you get back to 30 Rock?
I don't come a lot because I I like to wake up really early, it turns out.
Oh.
And I like to go to bed really early.
Okay.
And so working at SNL was obviously the greatest years of my life, and also was contrary to my natural orientation.
Yes.
And so I really had trouble staying up late enough to be on the show.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and so like before the show, I would like put on like Justin Bieber and like dance around and just to wake myself, just to like try to stay up late enough to
Did people catch you doing this backstage?
If they did, they were polite enough not to say. I tried to go in a little corner, but I would be there just like dancing. And I eat dinner at 5. I eat dinner at 4:30.
That's really good for you.
Thank you. I know it is good for me, I hope, because that's when I eat dinner. If someone says, like, we're having dinner at 6:30, I'm like, what is this, Europe? So I'm gonna get home at 8? What?
No, I am the girl of our group. I'm like, do not ask me to go to dinner later than 6:30. Because people will go out at like 8 sometimes, and I'm like, that's super fun for you. But no, I'm not that either.
PJs already, and I'm not changing out. Thank you
so where are we going? Can I wear them? So wait, you've hosted SNL, was it 91?
Yeah, a long time ago, yeah.
Yeah, how did you like it? It's a long week.
Yeah, it was one of the hardest things I think I've ever had to do. I was really, I found it very, very challenging.
Yeah.
But I had some good times, and I think my favorite thing was getting to play Vanilla Ice.
Why not?
That's good.
Why would that not be? You rapped and everything?
Yeah, kind of.
Super cool.
I don't remember it that well, but Chris Rock at the time had a talk show.
Okay.
He had a talk show with a guy with a giant afro, and Vanilla Ice was a guest.
Oh my
Perfect.
gosh.
Perfect. Yes.
Yeah. Are your parents like so proud of you?
Okay. Well, yes. Listen, I'm first.
Wait, there was a lot with that well. Yeah.
What? I mean, how much time do I have to be out here?
It's a couch.
Okay.
Feel comfortable.
Well, I'm first generation Nigerian American, so there's this expectation that I would go on to be a doctor. It's a thing, right?
That's a big expectation.
It's a big expectation. I think I did something cooler. No offense to the doctors.
Hey, no one in my family expected me to be a doctor.
Yeah, right. But I wrote a sketch about it. I did it with Daniel Kaluuya. A lot of people related to that one as well.
Yeah.
But recently I played Jada Pinkett Smith on the show, and Bad Bunny was the host and musical guest. My mother called me the next day and I was like, oh, did you watch the show? And she was like, yes, Bad Bunny has amazing music. And I was like, what about what I did? What about
me, Mom?
I was on Weekend Update. You didn't, and she's like, oh yeah, I saw that. I did see that.
We have the same mother.
Yeah.
But you know, it's cool. It pushes you to really be the best.
Yeah. Something will get her to laugh.
Yeah.
Something.
Were your parents like easy on you or a little hard on you?
I'm the youngest of 6. So
you had it easy.
When I left home, I'm not sure my parents knew I was going.
Because I'm the youngest.
I'm the youngest too. Is it the three baby?
I am the baby as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
3 babies.
We made it, guys. Okay, so how do you get through hard times in this industry? It can be very, especially on SNL, because y'all can poke at things that maybe people don't like sometimes.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, when I was pursuing my career, before I was on SNL, I had dealt with a lot of disappointment and rejection as an actor. You hear a lot of no's. You get used to getting rejected. It's actually like the comfort zone, right?
It's like junior high all over again. Yeah.
Just like adult version of junior high. Yeah. But I went on vacation. It wasn't an expensive vacation. Like, I went to Hawaii. The ticket was $197. That's what I could afford at the time.
Yeah.
And I was like, I've been pouring everything I have into this career, and it's just not working out. I need to go somewhere. And I saw tickets for Hawaii for $197. I was like, I do have that much money. I'm going to blow it all. I had $200. So I went to Hawaii, and I was like, you know what? I need to live a more well-rounded life, and also just embrace being alive. And being in the ocean makes me feel this big, but in the best way. And then
it's calming.
It's so
healing.
calming.
Yeah.
It's so calming. So then I came back to LA, which is where I was living, and things continue to be hard. But then 6 months after that, I got on SNL. So the point is, take a vacation. You too can end up on SNL.
That is what we're selling. What's one of your favorite ones recently? Your favorite skits?
I mean, I think you. Thank you for shouting out the Mujang thing. That was really fun.
I almost peed my pants.
No!
Watching it. I was like, first of all, who hates you? Because whoever was running the water was like, yeah, bitch.
I heard them say that.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Yeah.
It's remarkable what y'all get done. It's actually remarkable the things that get pulled that I thought were very funny that didn't make the show. That happens too.
Yeah, it happens all the time.
What's like a dream? Who's a dream guest for you?
Well, I think my white whale has always been Cher, and I feel like
and she's hilarious.
and she's so funny.
Yeah.
And since you two have a single coming out,
We
I feel like you and Cher coming on together would blow up my mind.
Going with Cher.
I was telling everybody, I was telling your producers, like, it has to be Cher and Kelly.
Okay, if Cher comes on, I just want to be the person that randomly walks in the back every once in a while.
Kelly!
No, because she's an actual actress. She's funny. And I just think she would be incredible. Wait, she's never done that?
She's never done it. I don't think she's ever done it. And she can do every part in West Side Story. You know? Remember that?
Yeah, and she's had like a single every decade. Like, she's capable of anything.
True. You two doing DJ Play My Christmas Song. Play a Christmas song.
Oh my God, I love that song so much.
It's so good.
I know, but I was so much her street team. I think she felt obligated to ask me. I was singing it everywhere, and I'm such a big fan of that song. But we released the dance remix version. But she let me sing on it with her, and it was a dream come true. So I understand your Cher scenario. Make me, I don't know if you've read the card that I wrote to you, but I'm obsessed. I'm a fan, man. You make me laugh with my whole being. You are so funny.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
Yes, you're so funny. That sketch is so funny. I was crying.
Well, I have to thank you because you are actually part of why I believe I'm on SNL.
What? No way.
No, I was actually playing one of your songs during my audition. Not before to hype me up, like you were playing while I was on the stage auditioning for SNL.
Were you doing interpretive dancing or singing? What were you?
No, I was playing this like crazed Mary Kay executive makeup woman giving a seminar, and every time I would hit a point, I would then like make eye contact with the audience, start tracking across the stage while Heartbeat song was playing. So it was like, this is my Heartbeat song, and like just, yeah.
Did you do impressions at a young age? You're so good at them.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
I used to watch SNL, and so I loved Dana Carvey.
Yeah.
And he used to do Weekend Update, and he would do Robin Leach. Yeah. And he just always said, my name is Robin Leach, and I don't know why. And I would say that, and I remember that was like the first time I ever made my parents laugh. Yeah.
Okay, so wait, in 7 seasons, like what's your favorite character that you've played overall?
Oh my gosh, my favorite character. There's one called Every Boxer's Girlfriend from every movie about boxing ever.
Yeah.
And it's just that perpetual like woman who's like, you think you're the fighter? I'm the fighter. You know, I fight for my family. And yeah.
They all fight for, their hurdles or obstacles in life.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, you shared a room with Ego, right, in the beginning? And you didn't know each other, but then you kind of became really good friends, right?
We became really good friends. We shared a couch that was smaller than this one, and we had just met, and you know, the hours at SNL are crazy, so you need your sleep. And so we'd both be like, politely curled up on corners of the couches like little kitties, like, you know, trying not to take up too much space. But
and you're
like,
both tall.
And we're both tall.
Yeah.
But now we're best friends, and like we'll hold each other on the couch.
Yeah. It's good that it worked out that way. It could have gone another direction.
I know. I got really, really lucky.
Yeah. You're so funny. What's one of your favorite sketches that got cut? Like, because I've been on SNL a couple times, and I get to see it all day as a musician, and then some of the funny ones disappear, and it sucks.
They're heartbreakers. We had one. So I'm from Missouri. We always went down to the Lake of the Ozarks when I was growing up.
Yeah.
And I wrote this sketch, like set in the Lake of the Ozarks, all based off like a jam band that I'd seen once, where they were inviting other musicians to come up on stage and like just jam with them. I guess people at the Ozarks just had their instruments on them at all times. But this one band just kept on getting bass guitarists who came up. And so it was just
nobody played any other instrument?
No, it was just bass. And so when Will Ferrell hosted, I wanted him to play the guy, like basically the lead singer who was like, all right, I think we're good on bass, everybody. Like, that's a whole lot of bass. That's like just getting consumed by bass. But it was cut.
It's a lot of funny things get cut.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my gosh, there's so many funny people. There's so much talent there. That's a hard job. They're hard hours.
It's really tough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're really good at it though.
Thank you.
And you make us laugh. The world can be really depressing and dark. So thank you for making us laugh. Do you think that you're ever gonna do stand-up again or like a special? We would love it. Just saying.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
There's so many comedians now, comics. I don't know if I would just do a show where I just did stand-up only. I could see me doing a show that had, and part of the show was stand-up, and part of it was music, and part of it was telling old stories. Like something on Broadway more than just me just doing jokes only.
That's cool. I think that's a really awesome idea.
Yeah, I could see me doing that. I could see me doing that.
Okay, so you started doing stand-up at 15, which I find insane. That's just such a young age to maybe get rejected by fellow humans. But how has comedy changed, do you think, like since you started and now?
Yeah, back when I started, I wasn't even thinking about the whole rejection part of it. I was funny, and I just couldn't wait to get up on the stage and try stuff. And they used to have these talent show nights. It was at bars. It was the Gong Show was really popular in the 70s, and they would have Gong Show night at these bars. And you would go to these Gong Show nights. You could win $25. I would go in. I put a little mascara in my little peach fuzz mustache, and I'd have sunglasses on and go and say, "Yeah, I'm here for the talent show."
I love
And sometimes I would win.
I love it. Yeah, I think we all were in all those talent shows. I used to do that as well. I actually love auditioning, and I love the challenge of that, of like getting a role.
Yeah,
Do you love that process?
the only audition I ever had was Saturday Night Live. I'm always, and actors here, they say, "Well, you only had one audition?" That's the only time I went through that process was there.
That's how you know you are boss, when you have to audition for nothing. I'm like, what? I have to ask this though, because I'm new to the building. I love working here.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Yes, so do you love it? Do you have like your favorite places?
It's fun seeing NBC like newscasters in the lobby. I've seen Lester Holt just walking in jeans, which
trips you out.
You're like, you don't own jeans. We're born in a suit. So Rachel Maddow, I've seen the Starbucks down below.
I know that Starbucks, the Subway Starbucks.
Right?
Yes.
The Subway Starbucks.
Have you ever been in there like really early? I had an early call time. It was like 6, 7 a.m. They were blasting music. I was like it was like a rave.
And you're like,
I looked at these two and I was like, it's 6 a.m., bro. I was like, it's like, that's early.
Was it Kelly Clarkson music?
No, not even
Then
great
I'm not
music.
going. It's your music or nothing. Your music or nothing.
It was actually good.
People wait a lifetime.
They were
a moment like this.
Would have been more acceptable at 6 a.m.
I watched that and almost cried.
Oh, I did cry.
Well, I was like, Kelly deserves it so much. Kelly's a star.
Thank you.
I remember I was in college.
I was just telling her the first season of Idol, they have a person every week too, and ours was Burt Bacharach.
Oh,
that came on that week, yeah, and we did Burt Bacharach songs. I did Walk On By before Doja.
Before Doja.